The wind keeps moving, but I do not slide. The sand has shifted underfoot more times than I can name. The shoreline redraws its fragile edge with every passing change. I once believed that footing meant a ground that never sways, but tides have taught my restless heart there are steadier ways. What stands is not the moving edge, nor foam along the shore. It rests upon a deeper mass laid down in years before. What I cannot measure still sustains me. When winds rehearse their sharpest lines, I do not lose my place. When outer forms begin to crack, there is a truer base. Not every tremor reaches down, not every gust can claim the weight beneath my fragile frame remains the same. The cliff may shed its outer face to weather salt and strain, yet something older than the storm outlasts the rain. Perhaps the strength I could not see was never meant to shine, a hidden mass beneath the soil, holding what is mine. And what I feared was shifting ground was firm by grand design. Though seasons scrape against my walls and noise surrounds my day, there is a deeper gravity that will not drift away. Not by sight or spectacle, not by passing flame, but what upholds this fragile life remains the same. The wind keeps moving, but I do not slide.
The road is narrow, but it is clear. I used to look for distant signs beyond the bend ahead, measuring strength by how far my restless thoughts could tread. But ground is given one pace wide, not miles at a glance, and courage often lives inside a single quiet stance. The map does not unfold at once, nor does the whole terrain. What lies beneath my present foot is shaped to bear my frame. I do not need the farther view. There is strength beneath this stride, steady as I go. There is strength beneath this stride, more than I can know. Not every mile is handed, not every turn revealed, but what supports my lifted foot is quietly sealed.
devotion is a wisdom dressed as care, a grace that fits the narrow path and meets me standing there. And what I feared was too confined was perfectly prepared. There is strength beneath this stride,
holding firm and true.
there is strength beneath this stride.
For what I'm walking through, not by surplus, not by store,
Not by distant view,
but what is resting underfoot
will safely carry through.
The road is narrow, but it is clear. The wind pulls hard, but I am held.
The rope has strained against the dark, more nights than I can say. The tide has leaned with silver force, as if to drag away.
I once believed persistence meant I'd surely come undone. That pressure always ended what had quietly begun.
But tension does not equal loss, nor strain the end of trust. Some cords are woven deeper than fear or fragile dust.
The pull is real, but not decisive. Though force may press from every side, I do not drift apart. There is a hidden fastening, securing mind and heart. Not every tightening means break, not every surge decides what binds me through the shifting sea of bodies.
The mast may bend against the gust, the hull may groan and sway, yet something older than the wind refuses to give way.
Perhaps the strain I feared most was proof of deeper thread, a strength I could not measure, holding where I tread. And what I named as fragile ground was steadier instead. When pressure speaks its loudest claim and doubts rehearse their cry, there is a quiet fastening that will not let me fly. Not by sight or circumstance, not by what divides, but by a deeper certainty that holds and never slides. The wind pulls hard, but I am held. The table is set without display.
I used to search the distant hills for signs of coming aid, scanning skies for sudden proof that help had been delayed.
But what I needed quietly was resting close at hand, not hidden in dramatic light, but near enough to stand. The cup was filled before I asked.
The breath arrived on time.
The path beneath my present foot
was measured not by mine.
What I overlooked
was already here. There is help within this moment,
closer than I knew. There is help within this moment, faithful, small and true. Not every gift announces,
not every gift announces,
not every mercy shout,
but what sustains my daily walk has always been about.
The sparrow finds the open field
without a trumpet's call.
The dew rests gently on the grass,
unnoticed by them all.
Perhaps the quiet answer
is wiser than display,
a kindness that refuses
to overwhelm the day.
And what I thought was missing was simply near and gray. There is help within this moment, enough to move and stand. There is help within this moment, strength within my hand. Not by spectacle or flame,
not by spectacle or flame,
not by distant rule,
but what has met me where I am is constant and resolute.
The table is set without display. Dark, but I am steady. There are depths my eyes avoid, where light has never stayed, where currents move in silent force and shadows never fade. I used to fear what I could not trace with reason or with sight, as if the unseen always meant a thread within the night. But something holds beyond my view, not needing to be shown, a weight that does not tremble, though surface winds have blown. cannot trace the lower ground, my footing does not part. Though I cannot map the hidden floor, there is a settled heart. Not every certainty is seen, not every truth displayed, but what upholds this fragile life was never lightly made. The cliff does not inspect the sea before it dares to stand. Its strength was formed in older stone, not shaped by shifting sand. Perhaps the darker stretches are safer than they seem. A deeper hold beneath the swell, stronger than the stream. And what I feared was empty space, was foundation unseen. When night conceals the lower ground and sight begins to fail, there is a firmer gravity beyond the fragile veil.
Not by evidence or flame,
Not by what is shown, but by a quiet constancy that has always been my own. That has always been my own. The water is dark, but I am steady.
The light is small, but it is steady. I used to measure strength by scale, by how much I could store, as if abundance proved the care of what was held in store. The breath arrives in measured pace, and courage in a line, not stretched across 1,000 days, but fitted into mine. The cup is not required to spill beyond the present rim. It holds a portion shaped to match the edges growing thin. What meets me here is not mistaken. There is a quiet help in this moment, balance to my frame. There is a quiet help in this moment, never too much to claim. Not every burden gathers, not every fear is true. What stands beside me in this stretch is crafted to see me through. The sparrow lifts with open wing, without a map of skies. The dawn does not rehearse the week before it starts to rise. Perhaps the measured kindness is wiser than excess, a mercy that will not overwhelm a heart already pressed. And what I feared was not enough was steady nonetheless. There is a quiet help in this moment, holding steady ground. There is a quiet help in this moment, when noise is all around.
tide has leaned against my side with restless silver force. The current pulls with patient hands, attempting to change course. I once believed that motion proved the stronger power near, that what could drag or bend my will was what I had to fear. But something presses downward too, with quiet settled claim, a gravity I cannot see, yet stronger all the same. The pull above meets a deeper hold. When outer forces push and strain, I do not drift away. There is a deeper steadiness that bids my soul to stay.
Not every surge can take me, not every wave decides
what roots me through the shifting sea abides. The cliff withstands the salted air, not by resisting sound, but by a denser core beneath the fragile upper ground. Perhaps the downward pressure is mercy in disguise, a stabilizing kindness unmoved by changing skies. And what I feared was burden was strength in other guise. When noise rehearses all its claims and doubt begins to swell, there is a settled gravity that knows me well. Not by sight or circumstance, not by flash and thrill, but by a quiet constancy that keeps me still. But I do not move. The ground is bare,
yet I am fair.
I used to scan the distant days for proof I'd be supplied, stacking fears of coming lack before the sun had dried. But morning carries quiet gifts that do not shout their name. They rest upon the waiting earth, untraveled by acclaim. The hand that forms the present need does not reveal the store. It places just what life requires and closes gently the door. What feeds me now is not delay. There is provision for this sunrise resting at my feet. There is provision for this sunrise, measured, sure, complete. Not every hunger gathers, not every fear is true. What lies before my lifted hand is shade for walking through.
The field receives its early dew before the heat arrives. The sparrow wakes without a map, and yet it always thrives.
Perhaps the daily portion is wiser than excess, a mercy that will not overwhelm a heart already pressed. And what I feared was scarcity was careful tenderness. There is provision for this sunrise, quiet as the air. There is provision for this sunrise, faithful, small and fair. Not by surplus, not by store, not by distant view, but what is given in this hour will safely carry through. The ground is bare, yet I am fair. Hey, yeah. The air is restless, but I remain. The gust has leaned against my side with sudden shifting force. It pulls at everything it finds and tries to bend the course. I used to think persistence meant I'd surely drift apart, that pressure always loosened the fragile ties of heart. But something fastened long ago refuses to give way, a hidden strength beneath the strain that holds me where I stay. The push is loud, but not decisive. Though currents twist around my frame, I do not lose my ground. Though air rehearses all its threats, I am securely bound.
Not every force can carry me,
Not every gust decides
what steadies me through open skies the mast may bow beneath the strain, the canvas snap and cry, yet deeper than the trembling ropes there is a firmer tie. Perhaps the strain I fear the most was proof of stronger thread, a bond I could not measure, holding where I tread. And what I named as fragile trust was steadfastness instead.
when pressure speaks its sharpest word and noise begins to rise. There is a settled constancy that will not compromise, not by sight or circumstance, not by passing flame,
But by a quiet fastening that keeps me just the same.
is restless, but I remain. This hour arrives and I am not alone. I used to fear the turning clock when answers lag behind, as if the present lacked the care for what pressed on my mind. But help has never missed its cue, nor come a breath too late. It steps beside the narrow path and stands beside the gate.
The weight that rests upon my chest is known before I speak, and strength appears in measured form when mine begins to weaken. What
comes to me comes right on time. There is a kindness in this hour, holding what I face. There is a quiet certainty, outpacing fear with grace. Not every need is shouted, not every cry is loud, but what surrounds this fragile breath is faithful and unbound. The field receives the morning dew before the heat can press. The sparrow lifts with open wing without rehearsed excess.
Perhaps the steady answering is wiser than display, a mercy shaped precisely for what is asked today.
And what I feared would not arrive was walking all the way. There is a kindness in this hour, balance to my frame. There is a steady covering no storm can overclaim. Not by surplus, not by store, not by distant view, but what a step beside my path will safely see me through. This hour arrives and I am not alone.
The sea is restless, but I am not adrift. There were nights the wind grew loud and pulled against my frame, when every wave rehearsed a doubt and called me by my name. The surface shook beneath my feet, the sky withheld its sign, and yet beneath the moving dark a deeper line held mine. What seemed like fragile floating was fastened out of sight. A weight beneath the trembling tide. that would not lose its bite. The water shifts, but something stays. Though storms may circle overhead, my soul is fastened sure. Though currents pull against my will, your hold will still endure. Not every anchor can be seen, not every strength is loud, but deeper than the breaking wave, my heart is tethered now. The harbor is not always near, the shoreline not in view, but iron set in hidden sand is holding strong and true. The rope may strain, the hull may creak, the mast may bend with strain, yet what is fixed beneath the surge outlasts the wind and rain. And what I thought was fragile trust was forged to still remain. When waters rise and skies grow thin, I do not drift alone. The unseen weight below, the tide has claimed me as its own. Not by sight or circumstance, not by something shown, but anchored far beneath the swell in hope that stands like stone. The sea is restless, but I am not adrift. The sun is rising, and that is enough. I used to borrow distant fears from bays not yet begun, stack tomorrow's questions high before I face the sun. With breath arise in present tense, not in what may be, and light is given for the ground directly under me. The sky does not reveal the weak, it opens just this hour, and strength is portioned carefully like daily hidden power. What I need is here already. There is enough for this day, enough to stand and move, enough for what is in my hands, enough to trust what's true. Not every burden comes at once, not every need is shown, but what is placed before me is grace enough alone. Morning dew before the heat can rise. The sparrow finds its daily bread without anxious eyes. Perhaps this narrow measure is kindness not restrained, a wisdom that will not overload a heart too tired and faint. And what I feared was lacking was carefully sustained. There is enough for to stay, enough to breathe in peace, enough for what is asked of me, enough for fear to cease. Not by surplus, not by store, not by what is grown, but what is given in this hour is fully, clearly shown. The sun is rising, and that is low and steady. The surface moves, but I am kept. The wind has argued with the tide all night against the hull, and doubt has pressed its restless hand until my thoughts were full. The upper waters twist and turn, reflecting broken skies. But farther down, a quieter wade in darker blue resides. What shakes above in silver light does not undo below. There is a strength beneath the swell the storm will never know. The waves may shout, but they cannot claim me. Even when the waters rise, my footing will not slide. Even when the sky feels thin, there is a truer side. Not every tremor reaches through, not every gust can prove the force beneath this moving world refuses to be moved. The cliff may lose its outer edge to years of wind and rain, yet stones set far beneath the sand outlast the strain. Perhaps the strength I never saw was never meant for show, a rooting far beyond the surge where quieter currents flow. And what I feared was slipping ground was firmer than I know. When everything around me shifts, I do not drift apart. There is a steadier gravity that steadies mind and heart, not by sight or circumstance, not by passing flame, but what supports this fragile frame remains the same.
enter softly, and that is sufficient. I used to count what I might need before the day was clear, stacking questions for a week inside a single fear. But morning never brings the load of 10 unwalked tomorrows. It lays a narrow path ahead, not borrowed from its sorrows. The table is not set for years, just what my hands can hold. A portion measured carefully, not more than I am told.
What meets me here is not too small.
There is provision in this hour, strength within this breath. What has been placed before my feet is life enough, not less. Not every hunger speaks at once, not every need is loud, but what is given for today is quietly endowed. The field receives its early dew before the noon grows warm. The sparrow finds what it requires without alarm.
Perhaps this narrow measure is a wisdom, not restraint, a kindness that will not overwhelm a heart too tired and faint.
And what I feared was scarcity was balance without complaint. There is provision in this hour, peace within this span, enough for what is asked of me, enough for what I am. Not by surplus, not by store, not by what is shown, but what is resting in my hands is fully grown. Light enters softly, and that is sufficient. The shoreline shifts, but I remain. The waters climb against the sand, then slowly fall away. They write their restless signatures and wash them in a day. I used to think the rising swell defined the shape of me, as if each surge could rearrange my inner gravity. But something older than the tide was settled long before, a steadiness the moon cannot persuade or pull ashore. The surface turns, but not my ground. Yeah, when currents press from every side, I do not come undone. When winds rehearse their threats again, I stand where I've begun. Not every movement reaches down, not every wave can claim the force beneath this changing world remains the same. The cliff may lose its outer edge to season salt and strain, yet bedrock under shifting sand outlasts the wind and rain. Perhaps the strength I never saw was never meant for show. or rooting far beneath the swell where quieter currents flow. And what I feared was fragile ground was firmer than I know. Though waters rise and waters fall, my footing will not slide. There is a weight beneath my soul no storm can override. Not by sight or circumstance, not by passing flame. What holds me through the turning sea remains the same. Shoreline shifts, but I remain. The clock is quiet, the room is dim. There are hours no one sees, when courage feels thin, when questions whisper louder than the noise within. The world is still asleep outside, no daylight yet to lean, and faith must breathe without applause in spaces in between. I used to think I needed more to make it through the night,
but something gentle met me there with barely any light.
what carries me is not dramatic. There is a quiet help in this moment, a steadying breath inside. Ooh, there is a quiet help in this moment, though no answers have arrived.
Not every rescue splits the sky, not every gift is loud, but what is given in the dark is faithful and unbound.
The stars do not compete with dawn, they shine within their span. The sea does not demand the sun before it learns to stand. Perhaps the smallest measure is wiser than I knew, a portion
Shaped exactly for what I must walk through,
and what I feared was not enough was perfectly in view. There is a quiet help in this moment, holding fragile ground. Ooh, there is a quiet help in this moment,
what is placed within my hands is steady, sure, and clean. The clock is quiet. The room is still.
The water shifts, but I am held. The waves have never asked permission before they strike the shore. They rise with unannounced intent and test the ocean floor. I used to fear their constant pull would wear my footing thin, as if each surge could slowly claim the place I'm standing in. But farther down than eyes can see, a quieter strength remains, a firmness not impressed by storms, nor weakened by their claims. The wind may shout, but it cannot uproot me. When waters climb against my frame, I do not drift away. When currents press with silver force, I do not lose my way. Not every movement reaches down, not every wave can claim the ground beneath the rolling tide remains the same.
The cliff may lose its outer face to salt and years of strain, yet stone set deep in darker earth outlast the wind and rain. Perhaps the strength I never saw was never meant for show, a holding far beneath the surge where deeper waters flow.
And what I feared was fragile trust was stronger than I know. Though skies may bruise and tides may turn, my footing will not part. There is a steadier gravity that steadies mind and heart, not by sight or circumstance, not by passing flame, but what sustains me through the swell remains the same. But I am held.
The window opens and light is enough. I used to carry distant weeks weeks inside a single dawn, borrowing weight from future roads not yet to be walked on. But breath arrives in present tense, not in imagined strain, and strength is portioned carefully like soft and steady rain. The sky does not unfold the year, it opens just the span, and what is placed before my feet is fitted to my hand. What meets me here is not too small. There is mercy for this moment, help within this breath. There is mercy for this moment, life enough, not less. Not every burden gathers, not every need is loud, but what is resting in my hands is quietly endowed. The sparrow does not stock the field for winters yet unseen. It gathers what the morning gives and leaves the rest between. Perhaps this measured portion is wisdom dressed as care, a kindness that will not overwhelm a heart already worn by prayer. And what I feared was lacking was balance placed with prayer. There is mercy for this moment, peace within this day. There is mercy for this moment, strength along the way, not by surplus, not by store, not by what is shown, but what is given for this hour is fully grown. The window opens and light is enough. The sky is loud, but I am quiet. The night has thrown its silver lines across a fractured sky. The wind is pressed against the frame as if to pry it wide. The air is thick with argument, the waves refuse to rest, and every sudden crash of sound feels larger than my chest. I once believed that noise alone could write the final word, as if the loudest hour was always to be heard. The sound is fierce, but not supreme. Even when the dark grows bright with flashes in the air, even when the noise is sharp, I find a steadier care. Not every trembling speaks of loss, not every gust decides. There is a calmer gravity that does not change with tides. The outer world may rise and fall in restless bursts of flame, but deeper than the clash above there is a truer frame, a weight that does not argue back, a strength that does not shout. It keeps its quiet posture when louder things burn out, and what I feared would scatter me was surface without cloud. When suddenly has been mine alone. The sky is loud, but I am quiet. Morning is simple, and so am I. I used to gather distant weights before the sun was high. Imagine roads and future turns I had not walked nearby. But breath arrives in quiet form and strength in measured pace. The step beneath my present foot is fitted with its grace. The sky does not reveal the weak, it opens just this span. And what is resting in my hands is equal to the plan. No more than this, no less than needed. There is provision for this hour, courage for this ground. There is a calm within my chest, though noise is all around. Not every burden gathers, not every fear is true. What has been placed before my path is shaped for walking through. The sparrow does not store the sky for seasons yet unseen. It rises with the early light and lives within the in-between. Perhaps the measured portion is kindness, not restraint, a wisdom that will not overload a heart already faint. And what I feared was not enough was balanced without complaint. There is provision for this hour, strength within this breath. There is a steady helping hand that guards from excess. Not by surplus, not by store, not by distant view, but what is set before my feet is exactly due. Morning is simple, and so am I.
The surface breaks, but I remain. The tide has lifted silver walls against the fragile shore. The wind has traced its restless hand across the ocean floor. I used to think the moving edge was all that could be be known as if the restless outer swell define the undertone, but farther down than foam can reach, a quiet strength persists, unmoved by crashing, bending light or sudden salted twist. The noise above is not the bass. The waters rise in fractured lines, my footing will not part. There is a steadier certainty securing mind and heart. Not every tremor reaches through, not every surge decides what holds me in the rolling dark abides. The cliff may lose its outer face to season, salt and strain, yet something older than the storm outlast the rain. Perhaps the lower hidden strength was never meant for show, a deeper resting firmness no passing wave can know. And what I feared was fragile trust was steadier below. When outer motion grows intense and winds begin to race, there is a truer gravity time cannot erase, not by sight or circumstance, not by flashing flame, but by a deeper constancy that keeps me just the same. The surface breaks, but I remain.
This light is enough for now.
I used to stretch my thoughts ahead beyond the rising sun, borrowing weight from distant hills not yet to be begun.
As if my heart were built to hold a lifetime in one breath, stacking tomorrows on my chest
until I feared their depth.
But dawn does not deliver years, it lays a single span,
a path as wide as present need, and fits it to my hand.
What rests before me is not too small.
There is mercy in this morning, balance to my frame.
There is mercy in this morning,
not excessive, not restrained.
not every answer gathers,
Not
thought has met me in this land is fully, truly known.
The sparrow lifts without a store of winters yet to come.
It gathers from the open field and trusts the rising sun.
Perhaps the measured kindness is wiser than excess.
A grace that will not overwhelm
A heart already pressed, and what I'd feared was not enough
was perfect nonetheless.
There is mercy in this morning, holding steady ground. There is mercy in this morning, when noise is all around. Not by surplus,
Not by store,
not by distant view, but what is resting in my hands will save